What's up, Internet? My name is Randy. I was always a pretty weird kid growing up, and I just never really grew out of that phase. I took the teachings of one of my favorite philosophers, the great Peter Pan, and decided not to grow up. 34 years old and don't plan on it. I make it a point to try and have fun in any given situation. Hell, I'll dance in public even though I have no skills in that department. I'll do just about anything for a laugh, and I try my best to enjoy every moment. I've been on an excellent adventure traveling the world. I love to explore places that I've never been. I enjoy wandering aimlessly just to see what I find. I've been to a lot of different countries and have so many more that I'm just itching to check out. There's something to be said about being somewhere you don't speak the language and you feel like a complete outsider. When you travel a bunch, your soul is ignited and every day feels epic and new. You get a real sense of rejuvenation. When I travel, I try my best to stay out of my comfort zone. That's where the good stuff's at. I've made countless memories that I'll cherish until my memory gives out. I've met so many amazing people on my journey. And thanks to Google Translate, I've had a ton of great conversations. Even though I am the typical single language speaking American. I've jumped off high things and out of a plane, even though I'm not too keen on heights. If it scares the shit out of me, I'm down to try it. I mean, we only get one chance at this wild thing we call life, so you gotta make the most of it, right? I don't want to get to the end and have very many, wish I woulda scenarios. That just seems like a waste to me. When I travel, I'm always on the hunt for new flavors. From nudes to meats to carbs. Carbs. In case you didn't notice my lack of physique, I love food. All different styles. If it's spicy, I'm probably going to be really into it. I like to try things that just look strange to me, just to say I tried it and see if it's something I like. I could never pick a favorite food because I've had so many things that are just so damn tasty. Every different country has their own culture and food and different ingredients. As they say, variety is the spice of life, and I'm always down for mixing it up on the regular. Although I'd never recommend it, I have had tarantula. Last year was definitely prime time for travel. In case you hadn't noticed yet, 2020 really sucks. I mean, let's be honest. It's been a complete shit show. From COVID to murder hornets, riots, to the death of Charlie Daniels. We've had double hurricanes and quarantines, masks and scandals, and now a good chunk of North America is straight blazing, and not the good kind. It's been one for the books. Seems like a strange movie where there's like way too many writers and they couldn't figure out a plot, so they just threw every single idea that anybody had into the mix. Things have definitely gotten pretty dark. For me personally, my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'm actually making this video from a hospital bed. I'm sure your initial reaction, given the time, might be COVID. Well, it's not. I've had 3 tests, and all of them have come back negative, so... No, my issues, they go all the way back to 2015. So I went to the ER because I thought I broke my toe. When they went and checked my vitals, they were about 200 over 100. That's not good, so they definitely did not care about my toe after that. So After several hours, they finally got my blood pressure down to a manageable level. And after that, they prescribed me a bunch of pills and told me I should lose about 40 pounds. I was a lot heavier back then. As I mentioned before, I love food. At the time, I was not active at all, and it showed. I was also going through a nasty divorce, and that made me pretty depressed, so I ate a lot. Over the next year, I went to the gym and started eating healthy. I lost about 115 pounds. In April 2016, I had my first hypertensive crisis. My blood pressure was 240 over 180. With blood pressure that high, your organs seriously start to suffer. I had hemorrhages behind both eyes and lost a bit of kidney function. They couldn't figure out the cause of the high blood pressure. They got it stable with a variety of different medications and sent me on my way. Over the next few years, I went to a lot of doctors and specialists, and still no answers to the blood pressure issue. I was hospitalized several times, sometimes for a week, sometimes for a month. Each time they would get my blood pressure stable with a different mix of medications and send me home with no answers. I'd be good for a while, then my blood pressure would go up because my body would just stop responding to the medication. And then I'd be back in the hospital again. Sometimes the meds worked for a few months, sometimes almost a year. Well, this year's 2020. We all know what that means. Plenty of bullshit. I've been hospitalized 3 times this year. This current stay has been life-changing. Due to my out-of-control blood pressure, my kidneys took a serious beating and they're pretty bad now. I have to do dialysis. For those of you who don't know what dialysis is, basically they hook you to a giant machine and they clean your blood. I'll make another in-depth video about dialysis later with a better description. They had to install a port in my chest so I can hook up to the dialysis machine. To be honest, dialysis really sucks. You have to sit there tethered to a big machine for 4 hours at a time. Thankfully, there's Netflix and Hulu, Disney Plus, and all that fun stuff. After this round of dialysis, I get to get discharged from the hospital and get back to normal life. Well, not quite. This is the whole life got flipped upside down part. I'm going to be on dialysis 3 times a week at 4 hours a session, so scheduling is going to be interesting. I'm also on a very strict diet now, and I'm going to have to get used to that. Traveling the way I do is definitely out. My chest port, it needs to stay dry at all times, so no swimming or baths for me. It's kind of all a lot to take in and a little overwhelming. I let a lot of this get to my head, and I was really depressed and feeling sorry for myself. So I reached out on Facebook to see if anyone had any ideas to help snap me out of it. Tons of friends helped out with their own personal stories and what they've done to help get through their depression. After a couple days, I was out of my own head and I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna go kick life's ass. It's a choice. One of the suggestions I got from Facebook was to start a YouTube channel to chronicle my journey. Well, here we are. Started taking clips from my travel channel, Randy's Excellent Adventure, and started making this video. I hope you'll continue to follow me on this crazy ride. I'll be sharing my experiences with all the ups and downs, and I plan on showing the adjustments I need to make, and all the little things that I have to do, like the way I need to prep for a shower. And no, that doesn't mean you get to see me in the shower. But who knows, maybe I'll make an OnlyFans for that. As you know, I love food, but I also love to cook, so I will be adding in some kidney-friendly recipes, and you can watch me throw down in the kitchen. So smash that subscribe button, and let's see how this bogus journey unfolds. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Drop a comment below, tell me what you want to see in future videos on this channel. And as always, no matter what your situation looks like, get out there and love your life.